Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, like, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, the preferred podcast for all of Dalton City. I am your host, Aaron, the cracked out Gur, and with me is the underwear eating ghost, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It was a fun week this week.
Yeah, it was a great week.
So, I know I should have asked you before I started talking, but do you have the synopsis?
I do not have the synopsis. I knew I was forgetting something.
No, I knew it.
Let's do a Google search real quick. So the show revolves around the exploits of the Anarchy sisters Panty and Stocking, angels who were kicked out of heaven due to their bad behavior. They are sent to Dalton City, a place on the border between heaven and hell, which is besieged by evil spirits referred to as ghosts. The sisters take refuge under the care of Reverend Garterbelt. Under his watchful eye, the sisters are tasked with using their ability to transform their lingerie into weapons and using them to destroy malicious ghosts. By doing so, the sisters earn heaven coins, with which they intend to one day use to buy their way back into heaven.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep, that's pretty much what it's all about.
Nice and succinct.
Yep, so I got that from the wiki, so shout outs to the wiki for saving the day.
I know, saving this day once again. All right, so here are some facts, Jay. These go pretty quick today.
Okay.
All right. So Panty and Stocking was released in 2010. It's a original property by Gainax.
Okay.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy ichi anime. 12 episodes. It has 12 episodes in the special. I don't know if you checked out the special.
I didn't know about the special until today when I was writing my review.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of extra.
Yeah, it's like shorts,
bits,
right?
Yeah, that didn't make it into the.
I read the descriptions, and one of them was all it said was Garderbelt is in the bath playing with his nipple.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a bunch of weird random skits. It didn't make it onto the
Blu-rays?
It didn't make it onto the Blu-ray, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's by the legendary studio Gainax.
Mm-hmm.
They made Maharumatic. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one.
No.
FLCL, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann.
Okay, those are big anime.
Yeah, so Maharumatic is actually a really good anime. It's about this robot soldier, basically from the future.
Okay.
And they tell her, like, oh, you basically have, like, 2 months until you shut down, because she's, like, a really good, like, soldier.
Okay.
And she's like, well, you either have 2 months to live if you keep going like this, or you'll have 2 years if we decommission you and you can go do something.
Okay.
And so she decides to become a maid for this boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I don't remember a lot of it. I remember like the big twist at the end and.
Don't tell me the twist.
Yeah, I won't tell you the twist because maybe one day we'll watch it. But
yeah,
it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It is a Gainax anime, so there's a lot of really cool animation.
Okay.
Week ending. So this was directed by Hiroyuki Imaishi, and he's a founding member of Studio Trigger. He directed Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, Space Patrol Luluko, and he's also staff in FLCL, Fullmetal Alchemist, Evangelion, Inferno Cop, and he also did he helped do the opening for OKKO, which is an American cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, he helped make the opening. Him and Studio Trigger helped storyboard the opening for the cartoon.
Is that a recent cartoon?
Yes, it's like last year.
Okay.
It started. The people at Studio Trigger and the people who make OKKO and the people who make Steven Universe, they're really close to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so even in the Little Witch Academia movie for the second one, you can see a lot of references to American works.
Yeah.
Like there's some characters from Gravity Falls drawn into it, and they even drew the creator of Steven Universe and the creator of OKKO into the anime.
That's great. That's
And
cool.
and it's not like even like a glancing shot. It's like a shot of them reacting to something that's happening,
Okay.
and like you wouldn't notice it unless you knew
What they look like?
what they look like.
That's pretty cool.
Like the Gravity Falls characters, they're kind of like not in the background, but it's like a group of kids, and then like you see the kids like, oh, that's obviously like them.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other two, it's like the camera's like straight on them.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's a nice detail.
Yeah. The music was done by Taku Takahashi. He's a producer for the Japanese hip hop group M-Flow, and I listened to some like one album. It's okay. It's whatever. It's Japanese hip hop.
Isn't that the one that sings one of the Naruto themes? That
Not that
right
I
here,
assume.
right now. Whoa,
No, that's
fighter right here. Right
no,
now. Whoa.
that's I forget.
I think they're called Flow.
It might be called Flow, but M-Flow is different.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not that.
All right.
But this is their only anime, and also Taku Takahashi had a Japanese rap rock group.
Some Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, and that one was actually pretty neat to hear, Japanese rap rock.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The opening theme is called "The Theme of Panty and Stocking" by Hoshina Anniversary. He also has no other anime on his references, but he's a really cool electric dance creator, I guess. Artist, yeah. Not my cup of tea, his music, but it's whatever. Yeah, you can.
Did you like the opening?
Yeah, it's really catchy.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of cool details in it.
I like the whole like cutout of like the panties going into like making a gun, and the whole cutout of the stocking.
Yeah.
As far as animation goes, it looks nice. Looks cool.
Or there's a really cool one where it shows like when it's showing the characters at first, it shows like the panties going down.
Yeah.
And then it coming up, and then shows into their brain.
Oh yeah.
Thinking of that shot's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cool action shots also in that opening.
Mm-hmm. But the music is also, like you said, it's catchy.
It's really catchy.
Yeah, panty stocking.
Panty stocking, yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, you're gonna be alright. It's like nothing, but it's like really, really like catchy.
It sounds like a dance track.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's super catchy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the background music too is also really super catchy. Like to touch on it for a little bit. I know earlier you were saying like the big standout track is when they're transforming.
Yeah.
I also really like the song when it only happens once, and it's when the Demon Sisters are transforming.
Oh yeah,
and it's almost like it's the track in reverse.
Oh okay.
And like more demonic.
Is that what it is? It's in reverse.
Yeah, the lyrics are in reverse.
Oh, okay.
The lyrics are reversed, and then it's like a deeper pitch.
Huh. But to touch on the music, like everything I heard was pretty nice, and it's mostly electronic stuff, and it gives off like a nightclub kind of vibe.
Yeah, I feel that.
And one song that I was especially fond of was the music that was playing on the episode where Stocking was trying to date that ghost.
Yeah,
that music in that episode's really really good. I really like that one.
The ones that really stand out to me were like whenever there was instrumental tracks also, because it was just like different from the whole like the whole anime itself, like the whole scene with the Romeo plus Juliet reference scene.
Oh yeah,
like that nice soft like almost like bar music, or not bar music, more like
noir music.
Yeah, noir. I really like that song.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs, the ending song is Fallen Angel by Mitsuniro Ikeda. She also doesn't have any anime
that she's done.
But she also sang it with Lisa, which is
It's a different Lisa.
Different Lisa, yeah.
Than the one that we've covered before.
Like the one that's in the My Hero opening,
yeah,
or ending. But yeah, and they're both from M-Flow.
Okay.
Great. What'd you think about the ending song?
It was okay. It's not. I don't know. It was an okay song.
I really like. I don't know if you watched all the ending songs, but there's some scenes that change.
Oh no.
In it, especially
if I would have known that, I would have watched them through.
Yeah, there's different like slides. I know, especially in the ending, like a lot of them swap up.
Okay.
They swap different scenes in, and then the only multimedia they really have is a manga. The manga, they got figures. The manga actually ran 2 months before the anime came out.
Okay.
So that's why I assume it comes from the anime, because you can't make an anime in 2 months.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a little short. I have some
fun facts.
Fun facts, yeah. So Dalton City, which is the city that it's based out of, is actually a pun for Datenshi, which is the Japanese word for fallen angel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then you could kind of look at the influence now once I tell you, but I know last week I mentioned about the influence it's drawn together. That's where it gets its crude comedy from.
Yeah.
But it also draws inspiration from Pop-Up Girls.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
With all the hard lines and hard corners and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you even caught the Pop-Up Girls reference in the anime, where it's the one with the sex tape.
Okay.
And she's her manager's like, oh, he's like calling somebody on the phone. And he's like, oh, so just a reminder that Blossom's birthday is on.
Oh yeah, I did catch that.
Yeah, he goes, Blossom's birthday is on Tuesday, and Buttercup's thing is on Wednesday, something like that. Yeah, that's all I have down for the facts. So if you want to start hitting into
the topics,
yeah,
we can do that.
All right. Do you have anything general you want to say before we hit?
I have a few things. For general likes, I definitely like the interesting curse words that they come up with.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I should say before we start talking about this that we're probably gonna curse a little bit in this podcast.
Oh yeah, normally
we try to not curse, but
I think it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable for this one.
Exactly.
That we have to say a few of them. So
So what were you saying? What are some of your favorite curse words, Jay?
Mother bitch is one of my favorites. I've said that a few times.
That's actually like a fan favorite. People love that one.
Yeah.
That line. Supposedly, from what I heard, was Gynax only let Funimation do this if they taught Gynax people English curse words.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they wanted to know that. Don't take it for work. I heard it. It was like I read it as like a comment, and they said like, "Oh, it's in like an old Otaku USA magazine article."
Oh, okay.
But yeah, supposedly that was a thing. I think they did a good job with their curse words.
Yeah. Another one that I enjoyed was I think like somebody walked in, and then I don't know if it was Panty or Stocking who said this, but they were like, "Why the prick did you show up?"
Yeah, strong.
Well, do you have any favorites that you have?
There's just a lot of absurd, like I think when you first told me, you're like, yeah, it seems a little forced in the beginning.
Yeah.
But as you go on, like
it's more natural as it progresses.
Yeah, like you can tell when they wrote that first one, that was like the first one they wrote, and then it just got more and more like easier to
digest.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have it really that stick out in my mind right now.
I have one more. It's my personal favorite is a cock-koozie.
Cock-koozie.
So yeah, that's another good one.
So speaking of that, I just really love the writing in here.
Oh yeah.
The dub work was really, really strong.
Yeah.
The writing was really really strong.
I think didn't you tell me that this was like one of the reasons why like you wanted to be like an ADR director?
What this is what like inspired me to like dubs again was this anime,
Yeah.
and made me really want to be an ADR director, made me really want to be a writer for an anime,
Yeah.
because this seems just like so fun. This anime seemed like it would have been so fun to just
Work on it.
exactly.
Think of a new curse word. or something.
Exactly. Just be as crude as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was I saying? Oh, so one of my favorite things is like the wordplay.
Oh yeah.
They do. One of my favorite. I think it's one of our favorite episodes is Pole Prediction,
Yeah.
which is it's just a bunch of just
Wordplay. The whole episode is just wordplay.
yeah. Almost every line is either it's about jerking off or
Some sort of sexual innuendo.
yeah, or about like coming, or about sperm, about semen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Like almost every single line, and that must have been really fun to. That one must have been really fun to write.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in the anime is in the last episode. Corset says, so if the key blows its load, or any other orgasmic metaphor, like I don't know, like that, like meta line is hilarious to me. So I guess we were talking about this earlier about where little details should go, and like you said, this is probably a great point to Sam, because this anime has a lot of just little details.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like quick like one frame shots where like you see something in the background real quick and then it like disappears.
Yeah, exactly. So like some of my favorite ones were like the movie premiere. The only people taking pictures of Stocking were goths.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you like noticed that one.
Yeah.
After they show them the panties porn, they're like, "Oh, we have to give them hush money," and like they're sticking money in people's pockets.
Yeah.
And then like people have zippers on their mouths and they just zip them shut.
Yeah.
And then there's a really cool crowd shot of people with money bulging out of their pockets with the zippers.
Yeah.
Really great shot. A single frame shot that you're just talking about was like there's gossiping neighbors as they crash into the coach's house. When they go, so the coach from the school is like he has one of Panty's porns.
Oh yeah.
And they crash into it. But you can see there's like gossiping neighbors on the outside, like talking
through
about
the window
it
or something.
Yeah, it's a really cool detail. There's also they drive different things in there. They drive drive see-through. They drive I forget. They drive another car, and they drive a plane, and they drive like a sled in that episode. And a really cool detail about that, they're all named. So I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah,
it's on the side or something.
Yeah, so like the first one, the plane they fly on, it's called Panty Go-Go.
Okay.
And then I think the other car they call it's like Panty Go-Go 2, and then the sled is Panty Go-Go 2.5. Yeah, so like little details like that is like I really liked it. The episode with the sperm, this could probably even go into cinematography because it's a really cool shot of Panty flicking her booger through the ghost's head.
Oh yeah,
like that was a really cool shot.
That.
Yeah, it was a really nice shot. The lingerie ghost has panty decals all over him.
Oh yeah.
Really really great shot. There was the Ren and Stimpy ghosts.
Yeah, I caught that. I caught that right away.
Yeah, that one was really really dope. When Panty's freaking out about her losing, or when Stocking gets drawn up to heaven.
Oh yeah.
And she's driving with Brief down the road. The street lines are like heart monitors, like going crazy.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Like that one was pretty cool.
I remember there was like this quick shot of like something happened and like Garterbelt fell over and he had like fishnet stockings.
Yeah,
that was like a quick like 2-second frame.
Exactly, like a quick sight joke.
Yeah.
It was the one that made me really laugh for no reason was after Panty's watching all those things just have sex all over the place, she falls down the manhole, and the manhole says city of DC, which is city of Dotson City.
Yeah.
And I was like, for some reason that made me like really laugh. And the last thing I have here is the English onomatopoeia. I really liked. So I don't. Do you know what onomatopoeia is?
Like rhyming words or something.
No,
like that,
so onomatopoeia is it's sound. So like boom, like when you see like a boom. Or,
it spells it out.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
that's a really nice thing that they do throughout the anime.
Yeah, and they're all in English, which is really like gives it like they were aiming to make an American, quote unquote, American cartoon.
Yeah,
and I really liked how they like everything they write or like science and stuff are in English, and then even the sound effect, the onomatopoeia, is in English.
Yeah,
and there's some really cool onomatopoeia in there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of like weird things that they spell out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there was like one that's like Krug or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
One of my favorite one is it's after Panty gets her hand stuck in the Pringles can.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, man, they should warn people about this happening. And like she like pulls it out and flies back. And then she's all, oh my god. And you see the onomatopoeia for OMG.
Yeah.
Because on the side. Really, really great. Yeah, that's all I have for the little details.
Do you have anything you disliked about this, like generally?
I don't know. Like the one thing I honestly disliked. I don't know. I don't know. It's not like the perfect anime. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I feel sometimes it doesn't take itself seriously enough. Also, but that's what they want. Like that's what they wanted. Like that was the whole point of it. Yeah. So like I can't really even take credence with it because that's what.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
there's a lot of miss. I feel firing jokes also.
Oh yeah, there's.
And it's like if the joke works, it works through the whole thing, but once the joke fails, it like ruins the episode. Like I personally don't like the episode where Stocking is dating the nasty ghost. But like the whole joke is like, oh, he's nasty and she loves him. You get it? And it's like it's whatever. But in lore wise, it's a really cool because it's like, you know, what happens when you don't excommunicate, when you don't kill a ghost, like other ways to have it pass on.
Yeah.
And that was one, he fulfilled the wish and he got to go to heaven without having to blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was another really thing I really like that like no one has tried to copy was whenever they kill a ghost and it just blows up like the paper mache or whatever it's made out of, and they just blow up. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Very Studio Trigger. Like you could tell that's like something Studio Trigger would do.
Yeah, like really weird, fun thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What was something you didn't? Do you have anything you didn't like about it?
Well, I almost put like too much cursing, but then I thought about the Japanese sub, and I was like, okay, that's what we would probably get if we didn't have as much cursing, and it's not as enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I omitted that, but there are some stuff that I did dislike. I mean, some of the episodes kind of feel slow to me. Like it takes a long time to like get to the point. Yeah,
the pace. I know when we watched that first episode.
Yeah.
The first pacing is like atrocious. The very first episode is not good.
And I also don't like that like some of the ghosts were like defeated really easily.
Oh, okay.
I mean some of them were, it took like a good bit to blow them up, but some of them were just like the Red Riding Hood characters, those ones blew up pretty fast.
Yeah. They're actually one of my favorite ghosts, yeah.
It's a pimp and whore, right?
Pimp and whore who got eaten by a wolf.
All right, so we can go into not general stuff, but
No.
the actual facts now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so art and cinematography. Art. These are some of my favorite design characters.
Oh yeah,
Like all of them. All of them have. They're so bright. Like
yeah,
it's just bright and very well designed. Like in any, even when they do like the really crude animation of them,
yeah,
they still look very good.
yeah.
Like the super deformed
Mhm.
versions.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Panty was trying to give Stocking the spicy chips, and she just knocked it out of her hand.
Yeah, exactly.
whole-
That's
whole crude
exactly what I'm
drawing,
thinking
It
of.
still looks really good.
Yeah. Even when they go into like their super like anime
Yeah.
forms, like when they're transforming.
I wrote it as like video game anime. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, like you go into a cutscene and everything's just
Like
pretty.
hella pretty. Yeah.
It's like an FMV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that. One of my actually my favorite jumping into the cinematography a little bit.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shots is when Chuck gets hit by lightning in Chuck to the Future at the
Uh-huh.
beginning, and he sees how he sees the world.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that shot where it's like everything's super high fidelity,
Uh-huh.
and like when they transform, how they look, that's how they always look to Chuck.
Oh yeah.
Really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
I really like the mix between like American and Japanese style to begin with. It's like I think it works really well for this anime.
oh yeah, it helps a lot with the comedy too. I feel.
Yeah, it does. I also like that Panty has like a whole bunch of different outfits.
I think they all have a bunch of different outfits. So does,
Really?
Yeah, Stocking does. I know Stocking has a few too.
It's mostly the same kind of style though.
Yeah, gothic Lolita.
Yeah, I guess that's why I didn't really notice it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it just looks. Does she like carry different things?
I don't think so.
It's always that like cat whatever
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
But yeah, the different costumes are really cool.
Yeah. And I also love that like when she the gun her panties transform into the gun, it still has that bow on it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice cool. And also a Stocking sword has like stripes on it.
Stripes on it. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
really nice.
A really good funny shot I love in here is when they're facing the lingerie ghost and Penny's just using different people's underwear for guns.
Yeah.
It's just like they're all like crap.
They're all different.
Yeah. And then when she grabs briefs, it's a freaking shotgun.
Yeah, but it only like does one blast and then it went limp.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Yeah. Also, even when they're in their like normal forms, they animate really well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I first watched it, that's what really drew me into it. Like it doesn't have to get super anime for them to look good.
Yeah.
So like all the real fight scenes, like with the Devil Sisters and the fight at the end,
Yeah.
it's really, really well animated.
Yeah, exactly.
And really like dynamic fight shots, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite shots is it's Panty and Scanty they're shooting each other through the
urinals.
the urinals. Yeah.
I actually put that as one of my favorite episodes just because of that whole fight scene.
That whole fight scene at the second half,
Yeah.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like them playing chicken
Mhm.
with see through, and I forgot what their car has a name too. I just can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But that was really, really dope.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite cinematic shots is in there, and it's when Brief has the soul stone or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, they'll just throw it," and then like from that point, it was like really epically animated,
Yeah.
and then it goes to like the cheap chibi, like throw it up where it's hella slow flying up and everybody just reacting to it.
Yeah.
Really, really funny. Like just like you paid so much detail to these fights up to this point, and you get to the climax and it just like looks like crap.
Yeah.
But then it comes back after he blows it up, and everything just falls into the sinkhole of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Was really dope.
Yeah.
I also thought it was really funny that how they censored the anime. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, they censored a good bit of it,
Well, like
using a dumpster. Well, they're having sex behind a dumpster.
Well, like I think that was like
Something.
more like purposefully done.
Are you talking about like shadows?
No, so there's one shot in that scene in particular because the school is across and it's on fire at the end of the
end of
the episode, and like how they frame that shot is like you can't see that it's a cross anymore, so it doesn't look like it's just like a flaming cross,
flaming crucifix.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any favorite art or cinematography moments?
I do like the effect that like after like a monster explodes, like, and they go back to like the regular art style. There's like the particles that are left of the monster like floating or like looming around.
Yeah.
I really like the effect of it being like in the foreground and the background.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool looking.
A neat shot.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of like when they like switched to that like super anime style, one like scene in particular that I really enjoyed was like during that the Red Riding Hood episode when Stocking was tied up. It looked really nice.
Oh yeah, which is super like right, which is super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it didn't really change. I mean, I guess she was like more like normal proportion.
Yeah.
Than usual, but not like actual proportion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but it still looked like her. Yeah, I get you. So they're really like cutely drawn characters.
I also like the scene of that VIP nostril scene when they and like the whole dialogue with that like being like you can't really see what's going on, but what they're saying, it's like really interesting and a really nice shot.
Their sex.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're having sex, but just picking each other's noses.
Yeah, exactly. And we mentioned this one before, but the Romeo and Juliet fish tank scene was a really nice touch.
Like a really nice homage.
Yeah.
I really like how every episode name is a
movie.
A movie, which is really dope.
Yeah.
Some
of them more obvious than others.
Yeah, like a Pulp Addiction.
Yeah, it's Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Cat Fight Club.
Yeah.
Fight Club. What was the nostril one? It's
I'm not sure.
Oh, it's like nose. It's like
Nose
Snot Raiders of the Nostril Arc or something like that.
Something like that.
It's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. The only one I don't know is the Bitch Girls one.
Mean Girls, probably.
Maybe, but that's the only one I couldn't get right away.
Yeah, it might be Mean Girls.
Yeah.
But going back to that Romeo and Juliet fish tank scene, I really like that it shows like Panty like being kind of like a bashful side. And I felt that it was like a really nice change in her character.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really cute. All right, so you want to jump into favorite characters now?
Yeah, sure.
Or do you want to do least?
We can do the least. I have way more least favorite characters.
You have a lot of least favorite characters?
I have a little bit.
I just have one.
Well, I can count my characters as one. And it's Chuck and Fastener.
Oh, yeah. I hate Chuck. Well, not really hate him. I just feel like I didn't really find him too important to the story, and like all the gags that he was in weren't really appealing to me.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he gets him and Fastener get really cool transformations at the end.
Yeah. Fastener had one?
Yeah.
What did he?
He was like a pterodactyl creature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, I was like, eh.
Yeah, that's like the only part where he was sort of important.
Yeah. And then we'll get into my least favorite episode, which is Chuck to the Future.
Oh yeah,
that's
also one of my least.
Even though it's one of the most impressively directed, I feel like it's very well directed. Just like the content of it
is just like not there. There is no content.
Yeah, exactly. Is that all you had? You had Chuck?
Yeah, I only had Chuck.
All right. Before I hit my favorite character, I want to talk about I guess we already talked about it. My favorite ghost.
Okay.
Which was Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf.
Okay. I didn't write any ghosts as my favorite.
I think them, and then the Panty Ghost too.
Okay.
They're just really cool ghosts that I wish I could have saw a little bit more of.
Yeah, I have to shout out the train or I guess it's like the speed demon ghost or whatever.
Yeah.
My boy Brandon Potter, one of my favorite voice actors.
Yeah. He was really good.
Yeah, he was really good in that part.
Speaking of really good, like we said earlier, everybody was really good. Monica
Yeah.
Ryle was
Fantastic.
in this anime. Crystal Bot, fantastic in this anime.
Yeah, and there's a lot of big names doing like minor characters. Like Kent Williams was like that business dude that like kept failing in the throw up episode. It was really nice to hear his voice. I haven't heard his voice in a while.
Right. It's
And,
so weird. It was weird too to hear him. Like, oh hey, what the?
Yeah. What's another one? Colleen Clickenbeard is one of the Devil Sisters. Yeah.
And then
I always recognize her by her laugh.
right. I think she was Scanty. And then Knee Socks, she also is a really not famous, but she's a known voice actor. I forget her name.
Mm-hmm.
She's also really one of my favorites out there. And then Panty, I don't know, her voice actress, I think this is her best role that she's had.
I think her voice is very fitting for Panty.
Yeah, but it's like you didn't watch Sankareya dubbed, right?
No.
So she plays the
cousin?
yeah, she's the cousin,
Okay.
and she is not very good
Okay.
in that role.
But
is Monica Ryle? No, she's not Sanka in there. She plays another character.
she plays Babu.
She plays Babu. Yeah. No, but Monica Ryle, big ups. But all the main cast really good. The guy who plays Brief,
Oh yeah.
he did a really great job. I remember I had the Blu-rays. I lent them to somebody and I never got them back. But I watched the not documentary. What's the word? A commentary.
On like
On
episode
episodes. Yeah, and they were talking about the writing process, and all the voice actors had a hand in writing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were talking about they're talking to the voice actor Brief, and he goes, yeah, I had a page full of names for penis that I wanted to use. He's also so then they had like a bunch of outtakes of him using different lines for
penis.
Yeah, for penis.
That's pretty good.
And it was pretty funny.
That's something that I really enjoy. Like Funimation does that a lot, where they do like episode commentaries with the voice actors. It's a really enjoyable watch.
Oh
to
yeah,
watch those things.
I don't know if you probably haven't seen it, but Funimation releases every so often behind the dub sceins, like on their Facebook and like on Twitter.
Okay.
And so like just recently they did a one for Mei Hatsume from My Hero.
Okay.
About the voice actor doing the scene when she comes back, and it's really fun watching that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you also seen this. That's not famous. I guess the one that started them doing the behind the dub scenes was the voice actor of Goku doing the power up.
Oh, okay.
And like how he does the scream is really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to know how it's done.
Yeah. So let's hit
Favorite
characters.
Okay.
Well, to get the obvious ones, Panty and Stocking.
I love Stocking.
Oh, Stocking is so. I think she is the cooler of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess I like Stocking a lot better. I think she's a lot more cute.
Yeah.
But I have goth sensibilities, so I'm like, oh.
One thing that I really like about her is that she has some fantastic comebacks throughout the anime.
Yeah, and that's all. I don't know if it's all Monica Ryle, but
yeah,
they did. You know, Colleen Clickenbeard did ADR for this too.
Yeah,
I think we.
She was credited as the ADR director for the whole anime. But
she also does My Hero, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the ADR director for My Hero.
Huh. But one of the lines one of the comebacks that stick out to me is she said to Pansy that God must have not given her any brains, or maybe he put it in her clit.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good line.
I mentioned it earlier.
Just hearing Monica Rial say that is pretty hilarious.
It's not like it's so like when I think of Monica Real, I think of like little sweet.
Yeah, cute girls.
Yeah.
I always think of like Asa from Shuffle because
Right.
that's like, well, I think that might have been like my first
The anime
experience
where
with
you've
her.
seen
Yeah.
her. I forget. I think of a lot of roles when I think of her, but I just think of like caring and loving characters,
Mm-hmm.
and then just hear her being like super crass
Mm-hmm.
is hilarious. I think my favorite line from Stalking is we talked about it earlier. It was the episode where she eats Panty eats her pudding,
Yeah.
and she's talking about how she had sex with Panty's boy toy.
Oh
And
yeah.
he goes, "Oh yeah, for your information, I diddled him hard."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's a good line.
Then Panty's also really
Yeah.
a fun character.
Yeah. Super fun.
Like you said, like I really like that the in Brief plus or Panty plus Brief
Yeah.
episode, they're like she's like really shy
Mm-hmm.
and like actually kind of like falling in love with
With
Brief.
Yeah. I like that Brief's real name is Briefers.
Yeah, Briefers.
Yeah.
He cleans up good too.
Yeah.
He
Definitely.
looked really good.
And speaking of him, he's also one of my favorite characters.
Yep. Also one of mine. He's
Yeah, I really like how like loyal he is to Panny, even though like she doesn't really give him the time of the day most of the time.
But one of my favorite Brief moments is when at the end of the porn one,
Oh yeah.
they're selling their panties and stockings on
Oh yeah.
on the net.
eBay or something like that.
Yeah, and then Brief is like, "Oh, I have to buy these to protect Panty's honor or something."
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's just trying to
Keeps
rationalize.
going up.
Yeah, like he's just trying to rationalize buying her panties.
Yeah.
Um,
I also like the running gag of the red carpet always hitting him.
or him always being thrown in the trash.
Yeah.
Poor Brief.
I
I
know.
really like him, and like how like they don't know, like they pretend to not know him.
Yeah.
It's like really heartbreaking. It's like, oh come on guys.
Yeah, he picked out a CD. Gotta give the guy a chance. Jesus.
He's like, that's one of my favorite lines. Is you know how we were talking about Asperger's with no without the I forget how she says it, but basically he has Asperger's because
with extra ass or something
Yeah.
like that.
oh my god. No, but he's a really funny written character.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad that he got to make it with Panny at the end.
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh god. I also really love Garterbelt.
Yeah.
Chris Sabat killed it. For those who don't know, Chris Sabat is the voice actor for Vegeta
Mm-hmm.
and All Might, but mainly for Vegeta.
Yeah.
It's just like it's crazy. Like it's just like how Monica Real, how it's crazy to hear her say those stuff.
Mhm.
It's even funnier for Chris Sabat to put on a black man voice and
Yeah.
yell at these angels. Oh, one of my
He always
favorite.
refers to them as like hookers, like these damn hookers. They got getting fuck up everything or something.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite. One of my favorite Brief and
Garter moment.
Brief and Garter moments is that pudding episode.
Uh-huh.
And Garter was like, or Brief and Garter walk in. He goes, "Oh, hey guys." He's like, "Your dad brought me up here through his room, which is very nice." He's like, "We took a detour through his room, which is nice." And Garter goes, "Yeah, so I'm single and ready for some mingling."
I think it was also at the end of that episode where like he tries to like take him to a restaurant or something like that. What was the restaurant?
Bear. It's like the Bear Cafe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Do you know what a bear is?
Yeah. It's a hairy gay man.
Yeah.
A big hairy gay man.
Big hairy gay man.
One of my favorite the one thing I like about Brief, going back a little bit, is like how clueless he is also.
Uh-huh.
Like I forgot what they were talking about, but it's either Garter or someone says something like it's really explicitly sexual,
Yeah.
and then like Brief doesn't get it. He's like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I forget what the joke was, but it's really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And like how it was the one I'm thinking of is when they're diving into the toilet
Oh yeah.
in the Devil Sister episode. Penny goes, "Oh, just close your eyes and pretend it's water sports." And I don't know if you know what water sports is.
Is that like
The
another
phrase
sexual?
Yeah, it's an sexual innuendo.
I'll
So
have to look it up later.
yeah, but that's the joke because she goes, oh, just close your eyes and jump in and pretend like it's water sports,
Mm-hmm.
and then Brief goes, but we don't have like a ski do or anything. But yeah, water sports is a sexual act. Who else do I go here? I also have my last two I really liked is Scanty and Knee Socks.
Oh yeah.
They're really really good villains.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Colleen Clickenbeard kills it.
Yeah.
And so does who plays Knee Socks. I think actually she's better than Colleen Clickenbeard in here. Honestly, because like I don't know, for some reason I really like those two characters teaming up together.
Yeah.
And they really nicely like bounce off of each other.
Yeah. It's definitely a good combo.
Yeah. Do you have any other favorite
No.
characters?
Going back to Garterbelt, I really liked his like backstory of like how he's immortal. I guess he's immortal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was a nice little history thing.
Exactly. That's actually one of my favorite episodes. Is that episode?
What about underutilized? Do you have one?
I don't. I mean, any of the ghosts that I would like to see more of. I would have liked to see a little bit more
actually
of.
I put Corset.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have been. I think it would have helped to have him like looming in the back of like every episode, kind of like Claw from Inspector Gadget.
That'd been pretty
like,
fun.
oh man, they followed my plans again, or something like that.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, it would have been more American if it was something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could dig that. Yeah, I guess because I was gonna put him down as my least favorite, but I was like, he wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, he was really entertaining.
Yeah,
but I didn't see enough of him to be like, okay, he was my favorite. One of my favorites.
You were mentioning earlier in that last episode about that little nod to like a backstory between him and Garterbelt.
So there, when Corset is when he sees Garterbelt in the last episode, he goes, oh, he's a Garter. I haven't seen you since the incident, and he grabs like his shoulder. And if you look at it, it's kind of like because he was fastening his belts earlier, so you can kind of misconstrue it as like he was like fastening something.
Yeah.
But he was just grabbing that part of his shoulder, and then later on when he powers up and his shirt comes off, you can see a crazy hole where he was grabbing.
Yeah.
And then when Garter like transforms to his shirtless self, he has the same
hole
on the opposite side of where Corset's was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a really cool, like, subtle, like, backstory detail.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So,
want to jump into episodes now?
Yeah. So you want to do least favorite first?
Least favorite? Yeah, we can do least.
Yeah, let's do least favorite. I have a laundry list for.
Yeah. The first one I have is Transformers.
Well, Transformers.
Yeah. It should have been Hormers.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I think that was kind of like a boring episode, and I mean, it had some good art. I really liked how Stocking looked as like Megatron.
Right.
And I also really liked that transform sequence that they did where it was like super anime style, but then they transformed it back into angels.
Right.
It was really cool.
A really cool detail that we didn't get in the U.S. is that the voices of the fake Optimus Prime and fake Megatron were the Japanese voice actors for the real
Optimus
Prime and Megatron.
Oh man, that would have cost a lot of money to get the American dude to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they did a good impressions.
Yeah,
they're good enough.
Just like robot synthesized voices.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Oh, I forgot. There's a line.
In that episode,
there's a line in the episode that made me laugh so bad. It was like they're like, oh yeah, they're talking to Brief, and then oh yeah, those bitches ate our hearts or whatever, right? And then Brief goes, do they also eat your accountability too? And then I forgot what the Optimus Prime thing says, but I think he says like, oh, like save accountability for something. I forget what it is, but it made me laugh so hard. I've seen this anime so many times, and like
it still makes you laugh.
It still makes me laugh. It's pretty funny. We talked about a little bit earlier. I guess I already talked about both of my least favorite episodes already,
Mm-hmm.
which was Chuck to the Future.
Yeah.
Um,
That one sucked.
it's pretty boring, I feel.
Yeah.
And even at the end with the two demons fucking at the end.
I know. It was kind of uncomfortable for me
It
to
was
watch
weird.
that.
I was like, what the hell? Even though like cinematically I think it is shot very well.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Just that there's nothing
Yeah.
happening.
Just Chuck not saying anything.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck that can't talk.
Chuck and Fastener.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know there's even much to say about it.
Yeah, there's like really nothing about that episode.
The one thing I really love about it is it's split into 3 parts, like Back to the Future,
Oh yeah.
and each part is themed after. No, it's not themed after, but it's like the first. I don't know how to explain it. They're like the title cards are themed after the movies, Back to the Future movies. So like the last Chuck to the Future Part 3, it's like black and white, like almost like old Western.
Yeah.
So it's like Back to the Future Part 3, which is the one where they go in the West.
Old West, yeah.
Yeah, and then Part 2 looks more futuristic, and it's pretty neat. I enjoyed that nod because Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I was like, oh, too bad it's not a great episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I got Ghost, the Phantom of Dotton City, which is the episode where Stocking's dating the ugly ghost.
Okay, yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I was kind of. I do like the face that she gives when she sees him. Like it's like super cute.
Yeah,
With the hearts in her eyes. That's really nice.
yeah,
And the music in that episode's really nice.
yeah.
I really like
I agree with that. Just like just like Chuck to the Future,
it.
like just the contents are like a little lacking.
Yeah,
for me.
exactly. One of another one that I don't like is that recap episode. What is it called? DC.
DC Confidential.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was telling Jay I actually really enjoyed that the banter
Yeah. The in between banter between stuff.
between Corset and Scanty and Knee Socks.
Yeah. And to give the episode a little bit of credit, I did notice another detail about the Seaman episode.
Which one?
The
No.
sperm episode.
What detail?
Oh, that like when cuz like there was like cannon fire when they were trying to get onto the beach, and when the cannon was like hit the water, it was a freaking penis.
Oh yeah.
I didn't notice that at first.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Nice little detail.
Beware General Scotty.
That's a nice detail too, Scott tissue paper.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I hope you noticed like the whole mound joke.
Oh yeah.
That was like fairly obvious. I was like, what the hell? Ugh. I don't know. And then is that all you have for least favorite?
Yeah, I just have the DC Confidential, Tuck to the Future, and Transformers.
Yeah. No, I thought for being a review episode, for being a flashback episode or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool to at least give us some new,
Something new
content.
Yeah.
Because like they were just recycling stuff just to save budget. Because the last 2 episodes are really, really well animated.
Yeah.
So that's what like all the budget went to.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really dope. I don't know. Not that's my favorite episode. It was just a neat thing.
Yeah. A neat way to do a recap episode.
Yeah.
But generally recap episodes are kind of like
Yeah. They're like, especially that we're watching like binging on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh well, I just seen this. So
yeah.
it's supposed to be seen like, think about it, 11
on
weeks
TV, yeah.
into it and be like, oh okay. Just to recap you on everything that's happened so far.
Yeah.
I really like the Devil Sisters scene in that episode where they're almost gonna have sex and then
Oh yeah.
and then just there's like a weird scene where after they get interrupted, like it goes over the stuff they were using and you can see like a vibrator and like stuff they were gonna use on each other.
Yeah.
It's just pretty funny.
You have another least?
No.
Okay.
Because we started getting into
Our favorites.
I guess DC Confidential is on one of my favorite ones. I'm all just glancing over. But all right. So I have a lot of stuff on here.
Yeah, you do.
So if I hit one that you
That
have
I have?
also,
Yeah, I'll chime in.
Yeah, chime in. So I have Cat Fight Club.
Okay.
That's the episode where Panty steals Stocking's pudding.
Yeah.
I feel like that episode has some of the strongest dialogue
Okay.
with them fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
I
I think that might be the Cock-Koozie episode.
Yeah, really, really strong. It also has my favorite ghost in it. Pulp Addiction.
Okay.
That's the semen episode. Mentioned earlier. Great. Every line is a double entendre.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite details about that episode is the sperm lettering that when he was writing in the journal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's really strong.
Yeah. There's a lot of little details like you said earlier, the beach that they're going on to is obviously like a freaking vagina with pubic hair or something.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And then just like at the end, like they're filling the condom.
Yeah.
At the end, very, very crude, very funny. Vomiting Point. I don't know if you have that one on yours.
That one's like a very big change in art style.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
The animation is just beautiful in that episode.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Shout out to the turtle.
Yeah, shout out to the line, my favorite Garter line also.
Oh, the opening of that.
Yeah,
episode?
the opening of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it! I know I quoted it before.
Yeah.
It's what does he call it?
We'll just look it up.
Just it's a strong
opening.
Opening.
You know, that's like another kind of like Powerpuff Girl kind of thing, is like doing an intro like that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a shot. I forget. It's really quick, but they do the Powerpuff Girls. You know, at the end where it's like the heart.
Oh yeah.
That's in a scene somewhere. I just forget where
I
it's
remember
at.
seeing that.
Yeah. Oh, I really one little detail I forgot to mention about it earlier. I like how in some episodes they talk before on the opening card.
Oh yeah.
Like they make little jokes about like in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my next episode, it's one angry ghost.
Uh-huh.
And so like they're like, oh, I would have probably like, but like they were doing the other pitches for the names.
Yeah.
And it was like really, really strong. But yeah, one angry ghost, one of my favorites. Just because like it's more Anarchy Sisters, or not Anarchy Sisters, Devil Sisters.
Yeah.
And almost like the monkey getting hit by lightning and becoming like Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, exactly.
Really strong. And then that's also they're in Stampy Ghosts. Really good. Les Diaboliques.
Yeah, I have the second half of that episode.
I
like
both. I really like both halves because just like the cattiness between both of the sisters.
Yeah,
is really strong.
Mm-hmm. And like I said before, like my favorite shot is them shooting at each other through the urinals.
Yeah, it's super like epic.
It's really
great.
cool. Isn't that also the episode where they have like they're sticking their hands out of a toilet and they're shooting at each other?
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Or there's a one line where it's reused too. The shot of when they pop out of the urinal.
Uh-huh.
And then the other girls pop out of, I think it's ghosts. Like ghosts are popping out the urinals and the ghosts popping out of the toilets.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls goes, "Oh yeah, he pulled his pants down and he was hung like a thimble."
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then like later on, like it's that same scene, but they changed the dialogue.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh yeah, well I am a size queen."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
there's also the guys' version of that as well when they were peeing in the urinal.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what they were saying, but
yeah, I don't remember.
I do remember the girls one because it was like really funny. So if angels wore swimsuits, great.
Yeah, the volleyball episode.
The volleyball episode,
Mm-hmm.
very very dope. Not much to say about it. Nothing to Room.
that's a really interesting episode where it's
Yeah.
just like one shot.
Yeah, and they're just
do the whole thing.
one static shot, and then not really like that's a really good money saver.
Yeah.
But the writing is so strong in it that it's like it doesn't even matter that nothing's actually happening.
Yeah, there's like no action.
Yeah, there's no action whatsoever, and barely any animation, and it's just like shows you the strength of writing.
Yeah, exactly.
In that show. Once Upon a Time in Garterbelt.
Yeah, it's another good one.
The whole, all the Garter's like flashbacks, super well animated. Like his time in New York when he was like the kingpin.
Yeah, like Scarface, pretty much.
Yeah, was really really cool. And then like the scene with him in heaven, and then him getting sent back to Earth and having to relive like the whole million years.
Yeah, exactly.
Billions of years of Earth. And one of my favorite shots is him basically saying like, "Oh, I've been through all this and that," but it's a thing of Garderbelt walking towards the camera, and then he's like in different costumes through the eras.
Yeah,
like he's just like a samurai in one of them.
Yeah,
and then, like he's like dressed as like different warriors throughout time. That seems really really dope.
Yeah,
I also really like young Garderbelt's design. Like his skinny self.
Yeah, with his hair down instead of afro.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
Yeah, before he got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
And then talked about Confidential, Panty plus Brief. We talked about that a lot already. Great episode. And then Bitch Girls, the final episode.
Okay, yeah.
Almost the whole episode is like beautifully shot. And it's meant to mess with your expectations because it's like after they crush, there's a lot of questions brought up in that last episode that will never get answered. Like how the creature that they call down, the woman they call down from space.
It's supposed to be their mom.
Their mom. Yeah. And then Chuck's zipper is what zipped away the Hell Gate. The Hell's Monkey Gate. Like, so Chuck is like someone important. But, and then you also get, the whole ending.
See you next season or something like that.
See you next season, and just like
nothing coming out of it.
Yeah, like Stocking being like, "Oh yeah, I'm a devil."
Yeah.
And then like
we're never gonna get an answer for that.
Dude, I would love to see Scanty Knee Socks with Brief and Chuck trying to go and save Panty.
Save Stocking?
Well, save Panty. Because Stocking's
yeah.
Yeah, and Panty's the one that got chopped up.
Yeah.
To for some reason I was thinking pieces.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that Brief was the one that got taken away.
No. And then I love how they reuse the Garter blowing up.
Oh yeah, and so then they just reverse it.
Yeah, then they reverse it to bring him back, and then in that scene they blow him up there just so he can't like save him at that point. And then they just bring him back, and even like how like they reverse the vocal track to it too, and he's like, "Oh my god," and blows up, and then just reverses the "Oh my god." It's great, but like the reason why I say like Scanty and Knee Socks is I don't even know if you noticed them that they're like peeking behind the church.
No,
like they're there in the background. Yeah, so I was like, it's like an implication that they're gonna be
like joining forces, kind of maybe.
Because I feel like they were deserted by Corset.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It'd be really really interesting to see what a second season would be.
Yeah.
What's really crappy is even I remember back in the day, Gynax. I think it was like 2 years ago now. 2016, what is it? 2018 now?
Yeah, it's 2018.
At least track. Like 2 years ago, Gynax came out and said, "Oh, we have an important Panty and Stocking announcement."
Really?
Like really randomly, and everyone's like, "Oh, maybe it's like a pachinko or a patchy slot machine." And Gynax West came out and said, "Oh no, it's not. It's not a pachinko machine. It's not this. It's not." I forgot what else they mentioned, but basically left it open for like, oh, it could be an anime season 2, right? And everyone got really excited.
Yeah.
And then they released it, and it was just figures. And I was like,
Aw,
yeah, exactly.
big disappointment, huh?
Got everybody excited for no reason.
Well, going back to favorite episodes.
Oh, did I miss one? Did I miss one of your?
Yeah, one of mine.
favorite?
Yeah, Death Race 2010.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I named like almost every episode.
Yeah, I just think it was a fun episode. It's the first. It's in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the second half.
we watched it together. And like I said before, shout out to Brandon Potter. The episode that was like the first like really cool like shot that I remember was that really like low shot, and you can see through like dodging this massive amount of cops trying to catch up to the ghost. It was a really cool shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a fun episode.
And then Brandon Potter just saying weird sexual innuendos
Yeah.
also helped.
Mm-hmm.
You have any final thoughts before we get the wrap up?
No.
I think I've said my piece about this anime.
It's a good. It's
good. I really, really enjoyed it.
It's a good
All right. So accessibility. This is not
for everybody.
For everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're looking for some anime to like ease your way into like if you saw like South Park and you want something similar to it, then
yeah,
I would recommend this one.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely not like a beginner anime. Like, hey,
Yeah,
I need an anime to introduce my girlfriend to. Be like, oh yeah, just show her
the Panty and Stocking.
Panty and Stocking. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's basically like Dexter's Laboratory.
It's based Powerpuff Girls if you think about it.
And you can find it on like Crunchyroll for the sub or Funimation for the dub.
Dub
is preferred.
Really recommend the dub.
Mm-hmm. Even the creator
recommends the dub.
recommends the dub.
Rewatchability high.
Yeah, I would definitely watch a couple episodes here and there.
Yeah, it's really, really good. This is one of the animes where like every time I recommend it, I usually watch it with them.
Yeah,
just because it's really
I can
good.
see that.
It has like the rewatchability of like an American cartoon. I feel.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like you can go and watch just because the 15-minute chunks makes it
easy to digest.
Yeah, exactly. Or the 10-minute chunks makes it really easy to just rewatch them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of information that you need to retain.
Yeah,
and it's just funny.
There's not like an overarching story that's too important.
Yeah. All right. So changes you would make. What would be a change?
I would have told the studio to focus advertising on their Western audience.
Oh yeah, I guess so. It's really
that's really the only change I would make. I think the whole anime as a whole is fine. There's nothing really.
I feel like a lot of Western people would enjoy.
Yeah.
This, there's a big controversy. Not a big controversy, but when Funimation released the first few episodes on YouTube, in the tags they put Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, in their tag.
Really?
Yeah. So people were like, "Oh, is this going to Adult Swim? Is this going to be on?"
Yeah. I was gonna ask you if this was on Adult Swim. No.
It would have
fit.
They have an American premiere dates, but I have no idea where it premiered. And I would think it would fit. It would fit on the late block of Adult Swim.
Yeah, right after Futurama's Panties and Stocking.
Exactly. I have no idea why it never went on there. It, like you said, a perfect fit. But they came out and they said like, oh no, we just put it in there because people who watch Adult Swim would enjoy this content. So that's why we put it out. That's why they're tagged in it. Just because it's tagged in it doesn't mean it's going to be on there. Which is kind of, like I said, it's a misfire. I feel like once an anime makes it on the Toonami, it hits. That's when it hits like
big time.
The mainstream.
Oh yeah, the U.S. audience.
Yeah, because even though not all people I don't know why that is. It's so weird. Because to me, I don't personally feel a lot of people watch TV anymore.
Yeah.
So like, I don't get the big idea of why. Like, I know it's a big thing to get your anime onto Toonami in the West, but I don't get it. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't feel like a lot of people like stay up late to watch anime anymore.
But it works though, because My Hero got really, really big after it went on Toonami, and then like Attack on Titan was always big, but then it got big when it went on Toonami.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like Black Clover. Black Clover I think is on there too right now, but not.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because it's like popular right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like the mainstream is weird. For me, for changes I would make, that's actually a really good change. I would see like have the Western market.
Yeah. I mean, you made it like it's almost like a parody of Western stuff, so I'm sure the Western audience would enjoy it.
Yeah, like I don't think it did well in Japan.
Yeah.
Panty and Stocking. And this was Hiroyuki's last project over there before he left to make Trigger.
Yeah.
So, who knows? All right, Jay. Moment of truth.
The rating?
The rating. What would you rate it?
This is definitely a niche recommend.
Yeah, I know. Even though I really love it,
Yeah.
like I can't recommend it
Yeah.
to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a niche recommend. A really good
Good niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I like about the niche recommendation is like
It could be good or bad.
it could be really good or really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's like yeah, it's just niche. I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
All right, Jay. Now that
we got enough coins.
Now that we've made these motherfuckers repent, Jay, what do you have for us this week? We got enough coins to go on to the next episode.
I'm picking Masamune Kun's Revenge.
Ooh, okay.
Have you seen this one?
No, but I know of it.
Yeah, so it's a guy that he likes a girl, but she keeps making fun of him because of his weight or something like that.
He's fat.
Yeah, and then he ends up losing his weight later in life, and he goes back to like try to make the girl fall in love with him so that he could
You break her heart.
break her heart. Yeah,
Super petty. The anime.
yeah, exactly. So we'll be watching that. I'm excited. I had this on my list for a while now.
Yeah,
since the beginning,
yeah,
actually.
Since the inception, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very very excited. I have a friend who really likes this anime. Or when it was on, he really liked it.
I think it's only like 12 episodes too,
Yeah.
right?
It's 12 episodes. The dub is on Funimation.
Oh, there's a dub of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
dub's
really?
on Funimation, and then it's on Crunchyroll, so very easy to find it, very accessible.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna watch the dub. So.
All right. I might give both a chance, maybe half and half.
All right, so if you liked us, go ahead and
Follow us.
Follow us on SoundCloud,
iTunes. Subscribe
YouTube,
on YouTube.
Yeah. Leave a comment.
Yeah, give us some suggestions of like anime you want us to review, anything we could do better.
Yeah. Like us, share us with your friends if you like us.
So share us with your social media. Get us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Top trending.
Exactly.
Anime Cherry Bomb.
YouTube content is rolling out. We're rolling out.
Yeah, we've been recording a lot of the YouTube stuff. So.
Yeah. So I've been thinking because we've been doing really long sessions of Danganronpa, so and I think it's good. It's good in long sessions. So
yeah,
I might just be posting up those 40-minute to hour videos.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Not back to back, but every few days.
Yeah, exactly.
Really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm having a blast playing it.
And we haven't even gotten to the meat and potatoes.
I know
yet.
exactly.
So hopefully today we can get to the first
trial.
The first trial.
Yeah. Aaron keeps spoiling everything for me.
I know.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys in the next podcast. All right.
Later.
Later.